What's up, everyone? This is Dale from Upstate Bets and DFS. I'm here with my partner Reoz, bringing you guys this four-game slate here on a Thursday for Prize Picks. So we got four games here tonight, and a lot of people are starting to come back, but there are some people that are still in the health and safety protocols. So we're going to continue the style we've been doing these videos. We've kind of been just running through the slate instead of just like locking in players because we don't want to lock someone in and then therefore they get ruled out later on, or someone gets ruled out and now they get their line shifts like crazy. So we're just going to kind of like break down, give you a nice analysis of the slate. If you want to see our true picks for the night, we do have a premium service. That's our Patreon. That'll be linked in the description. If this is your first time joining us on Prize Picks, you can sign up using promo code UPSTATE, and that'll give you a 100% deposit match on your first deposit. So if you deposit 100, you get 100 back to play with. You can even do 25, 50, 75. It doesn't matter, whatever you're comfortable with. We cover NBA and NFL here. We usually do the NFL main slate on Sunday. Sometimes we'll do the solo showdown games on like a Thursday or a Saturday. But it's starting to ramp up over there, man. We're in week 17. Playoffs are coming around, so this is an awesome time to hop over to Upstate Bets. Like I said, we're doing NBA daily, NFL, and we do some MMA stuff as well. So thank you guys for joining. We just hit 1,200 subs. We wanted to hit 1,000 before the end of the year, so you guys been crushing it. Let's hit that like button. Let's get this video to 50 likes today. That would be amazing. And Riaz, why don't you tell them about the Patreon service we offer?
Yeah, we went 3-1 last night on the Patreon, which was amazing to see. We're just flooding content over there. We got write-ups every single day, especially for NFL. No Thursday game tonight for NFL, but if there was, we would be all over that Thursday night game. But ton of content, definitely some very valuable information. Definitely bunch of guys we write up for who we're liking. So definitely go out and check it out. We love all the support we've gotten so far.
Yeah, thank you guys for that. It's been awesome, and let's dive right into the slate, man. So we got the points category here. We got the guys at the top like Giannis, Middleton, Holiday from the Bucks team. They're going against Orlando here. Orlando's a little shaken up. They're dealing with no Cole Anthony, Mo Bamba. Even Robin Lopez has been ruled out. So, but then again, you have Harden and Durant back. So there's a lot of things going on here. Who are you liking?
Yeah, this is a pretty tough slate. I was on Middleton for the rebounds a couple nights ago against Orlando, but I think his points here are really good at 17 and a half. This game stayed really close. It was kind of a nail biter there for a little bit, and late in the fourth, it turned out Milwaukee's just a better team, like everyone knows. But Chris Middleton played a bunch of minutes. Uh, Pretty sure a little over 30 minutes, scored 21 points against this team a couple 2 nights ago, which is really nice to see. And 3 out of the last five, averaging 8.2 on his last five. And we saw those great games. I mean, against Dallas, he had 26. Houston, he had 23. I think with Chris Middleton, the big thing is he's just a scorer. We don't really see him grab that many rebounds or too many assists. So I feel like the safest option for Chris Middleton is his points.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, in the case of a blowout, Middleton, he doesn't usually get extended run in a blowout, but like you said, the game stayed close last time. If it can stay close here again, Middleton should be a good spot to get over the 17 and a half. I mean, we've seen him at times this season be at around 19 and a half, 20 and a half. So 17 looks like a pretty solid discount there for Middleton. We've seen how am I supposed to pronounce this? Because I've been saying Wagner, or I think it's Wagner. I was corrected in the comment section about that, so I'm sorry to all my German viewers out there. But yeah, Wagner here at 18 and a half. He's been smashing this, and 38 against Milwaukee last time. If he can keep that nice shooting streak going, I think he looks pretty good tonight as well.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, 38 against this great Milwaukee team that's really back to full health. Bobby Portis is back in this game, so that's nice to see. I believe he was in the game last time they played 2 nights ago, and scoring 38 points against this Milwaukee team is something really impressive. So definitely going to get the same kind of looks here tonight, and he's really the focal point of this offense when Cole Anthony is out.
Yeah, and we're gonna scroll down a little bit. Between Harden and Durant, I really have more interest in Durant. Not that I'm going to go to him in a lot of my plays, but he's a guy that before his absence was absolutely smashing. Last time we seen him was the 16th of December, and that was against Philly. Went for 34. I feel like these two teams are not very fond. They don't really like each other too much. I could see some grittiness going on there. Durant likes to step up in a situation like that. I think he looks really good. Kind of steers me away from someone like Patty Mills, Bembry. Those guys don't look as good tonight, in my opinion. And then going all the way down, we got this rematch. Warriors and Nuggets here. Curry's a guy that struggled in that first half. 4 points in the first half against Denver. And in the Discord, we were peppering that Curry second half points, and he absolutely smashed that, which was awesome. I don't expect Curry to struggle as much as he did in the first half, but 27 still is a tad bit high. But that game was very low scoring. It was like 85, 88, I believe. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but around there was really low, under 200 points scored. And then Jokic is a guy who got a taco, and I don't even want to talk about him because he didn't even hit his taco last time, and I'm just still so salty about that Jokic play.
Yeah, I mean, Jokic hasn't hit really that much. I mean, 26 and a half, that's kind of right around his season average. So I believe it's a little bit higher than his season average, but we know there's really no true center. I mean, they send out Looney, still no Draymond Green. So uh, I can't really get to Steph. I can't really see myself getting to Jokic, but the two kind of secondary guys for these teams, Will Barton, Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins has been playing phenomenal. He had 21 against Denver last time they played. Just stringing together 20-point games. I mean, 20 against Philly is really nice to see. 27 against Boston is awesome. So I really don't mind Wiggins or Will Barton. It just kind of who you're feeling tonight. I mean, Wiggins has a better hit percentage, but Will Barton is phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean Jordan Poole is coming back tonight, which kind of steers me away from those Warriors guys a little bit. I mean, I don't know how much run he's going to be getting, but he is listed as in as of right now. And then I'm going to get to these Cavaliers guys realistically, and with no Rubio, it sucks to see because he's having an awesome season so far. He goes down with an ACL injury, he's out for the season. You still have no Garland. Um, Allen's out right now. He's listed as doubtful. I'd assume he's going to be out. Between Mobley, Markkinen, and Coro, I mean, who interests you?
Kind of all these guys. I mean, we know Marketing has been phenomenal this year, just scoring the ball, and Okoro should get a bunch of run. Just with really nobody on this team, ever you're either on COVID protocol, health and safety, or you're just hurt in general. And we know Mobley's got so much upside. He really takes the role when Jared Allen is out. And I was on Wade a couple nights ago. I can't see myself getting back to him. I mean, he's a phenomenal shooter. We saw his game against Houston where he had 16, Toronto he had 17, but he's really hit or miss any given night.
I completely agree. I mean, I just wanted to mention Okoro. He's a guy that can step into a role and play really well. We've seen him hit 4 of the last 5. I mean, he's a guy that has a nice stroke. He can shoot the ball from deep, and he's a guy that, with all these people being out, he's probably almost looks the best to me here in this spot. He's gonna get solid run tonight, and over in the rebounds too. You got those same three guys, or same two guys between Mobley and Markkinen. But who else here in the rebounds looks good to you?
Yeah, I'm kind of on Joel Embiid. I haven't really been on him much for the rebounds, but the fact that there's really no center for this Brooklyn Nets team, Joel Embiid really runs this whole offense. Um, Between grabbing offensive boards, defensive boards, he kind of does it all. And the fact that even with Brooklyn, if they do have Claxton who's in, um, I'm not and Lamarcus Aldridge is back. It really doesn't bother me. I really like this line at 11 and a half. We saw a lot of upside so far with Joel Embiid, um, especially early on in the season, grabbing 18, 15, 16 boards really early on. But as of late, we really haven't seen that. And I've been on a lot of guys that have hit 5 out of the last 5, 4 out of the last 5, and streaks come to an end. So I'm kind of liking that he's only hit 1 out of the last 5. A lot of upside here for him.
I mean, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of people who you see with tremendous hit rates, like 5 out of the last 5. But I mean, we learned our lesson the past couple of nights. Some of these guys are due. They're NBA players, and if you go to these stars sometimes, like an Embiid tonight against Brooklyn, like the last five doesn't look great, but we always know that he's viable every night. It's kind of like taking Curry points, like he can smash any given night. And between Harden, Durant, rebounds wise, no interest for me. Hampton's a guy that can go out there and grab a couple boards, but I mean, he's more like a fantasy score guy. I'm not going to rely on him on a single prop. I mean, sometimes his fantasy score looks good. But other than that, I think the main guy I'm going to go to here is Nikola Jokic. I mean, just tremendous, really. And we saw 18 against the Warriors, and then he had the back-to-back 20 boards games. I mean, just watching the offense go through him, the fact that he can be boxed out and still have tremendous moves on the inside the paint to spin move or do like almost like a lineman swim move to grab some of these offensive rebounds. Great offensive rebounder, and they kind of just clear out and let him get the. Let him get the defensive boards. I mean, obviously, MVP of the league right now. And I don't know. I think he looks really good. I'm not scared about the line really, especially because of the last couple games he's been smashing.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, with going against a team that has Looney as their big, I mean, Jokic should just go absolutely off tonight. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Gobert. His line's been at 15 and a half, 15 for seems like 3 weeks now, but he seems to always hit. And Jokic at 13 and a half, like you said, his last 3 games have been unbelievable. It's kind of hard not to go back to him.
Over an assist here. Who do you like?
There's a couple guys I'm looking at here. I mean, definitely Giannis has that triple double upside. I really like that his assists are at 5, but like we touched on before, it really just depends if this game does stay close. Um, if we're looking at it, I mean, he's pushed a couple times. He's 2-1-2, which is really weird to even say, but against New York, he had that 11 assists. So it really all depends if this game stays close. I think it's going to stay close, but um, yeah, it's not a bad. I don't really mind that line.
No, Giannis doesn't look that bad. I mean, between Durant and Harden, both have really good hit rates in the last five. I mean, Durant's a guy that's been dishing the rock pretty well. The Harden haters have been kind of silent. I mean, he's been playing pretty well. I mean, realistically, 15 against the Clippers is tremendous. 12 against Dallas back on the 7th. He's a guy that missed a little bit of time between that Atlanta and Lakers game, but he's came back and he's looked good. But between the two, I mean, realistically, I'd probably rather go down to the Durant line at 5.5. I mean, I expect Durant to go off in the scoring category, but no one's saying that he literally can't go for like a 40 and 6 game. I mean, realistically, he's can do that any given night. I mean, it's honestly kind of insane. And then Okoro is a guy at 2.5. Don't look at the hit rates here. I mean, back in the summer league, Okoro got some run at the point guard spot. They might give him some run tonight at point guard. Not going to say that he's viable to go for these assists. I mean, I like him in some other categories. But here tonight, I mean, if he's going to handle a lot of the, if he's going to be having a lot of the ball handling responsibilities tonight, he's a guy that doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, if they're gonna run him like they did in the summer league where he was taking the point, if you can get any starting point guard who's gonna play upwards of 30 minutes at 2.5, it's kind of hard not to like the line.
I agree, man. And then over in three-pointers made, only five guys here. I mean, like you said, Dean Wade's a guy that can shoot the ball from deep, but hasn't looked great in the past three, but obviously viable in and out every night. Harden, is a guy too who's been hitting lately. I mean, we've been off him early in the season, but he's been playing a lot better. Barton's a guy that played well last time they played the Warriors. So who do you like here?
I'm actually gonna go to Curry here. I have not really been on him that much so far this season, which kind of makes me a fool because he's just been making a ton of threes every single game. But like we've always talked about, volume is over any stat. We already know how great of a 3-point shooter Curry is. His line dropped down to 5. I don't really love it when it's at 5.5, but at 5 we've seen it push 3 out of the last 5, which is all right to see. It's not the greatest. No one wants to see a push, but it's better than a loss. So out of these five guys, I prefer Curry here tonight.
The thing I like about Curry too is not only the volume, but with Poole coming back. Obviously, you saw in the last play against Denver how they're just able to zone in on Curry. I mean, he can launch it from half court if he wanted to, but realistically, with Poole coming back, it gives two guys that Denver kind of has to worry about. I don't expect the game to be as low scoring as it was last time. I don't expect Curry to struggle like he did last time. he's easily going to go out there and shoot 15, 16 of them, even if Poole's back. So for him to hit 5 and this not to be at a .5 line, it looks really good to me, honestly. And then in fantasy score, um, there's some other guys that are opening up. I mean, Washington, we still have to wait for some of their lines. The only guy you got here is Daniel Gafford. They're waiting on the Beal news. So if Beal's out, Dinwiddie's a guy you can look to again. But Curry, honestly, here even at 46 seems low for a guy that can just absolutely go for 35 plus in a night in the scoring category. But who here interests you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Maxi here. I think this game with Durant coming back is gonna stay really close in my eyes. Philly's been playing pretty well as of late, and I kind of like seeing the two down games against Washington and Toronto. Definitely coming off an awful game against Toronto, having 7.6 fantasy score. I mean, we saw him upwards of 35, 36 fantasy score this year, and now you're getting kind of back to reality for Tyrese Maxey here at 25.5.
I like this one too, man. I think that Maxey's a guy that's going to get solid run no matter what. He's struggled a little bit, but there was a stretch during the season where he was going for like 40 plus fantasy points, which was obviously really nice to see. So I really like Maxey in this spot. Durant's a guy I talked in points, fantasy score. I don't know if I'm really going to be on him as much. I like his points category going against, Philly here tonight. I mean, the upside 76, 53, 65. I mean, amazing talent, obviously. And then I talked about Hampton already. Hampton's a guy, he just got us there against Milwaukee, but the game, even if the game does blow out, I talked about it in the Patreon. Hampton's a guy that's going to get some solid run. I mean, regardless, 31 against Miami. We saw last year even he was getting solid run when they didn't know what they wanted to do with the backcourt, when they still had Fultz, they had Cole Anthony. So Hampton's a guy here. I like his upside in this spot. He just played them and he had a good game. And then even Wendell Carter, no Robin Lopez. He's a guy you can look to. Just went for 39, 50 against the Pelicans. So I think that'll wrap it up, man. Is there anyone else here on the entire slate that you wanted to look at?
No, you definitely covered it. I mean, I love Wendell Carter. I'm always on him, and we saw when in the last time, well, not the last time, but the time before these two teams played, he was right around 33, 32 fantasy score. It was an absolute blowout, and he still got there. So he it really, to me, he seems blowout proof. Even if it is a blowout, he's gonna get his 30 minutes. It kind of just seems like it doesn't really matter. They need Wendell Carter out there, especially with all this COVID on that team.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And I like the fact that on this slate we're gonna gravitate towards some of the studs on the slate. I mean, right here I got highlighted Jokic, Embiid, Curry, and Durant. I mean, I have never seen, me go to like just all these stars on one slate. Usually I'm like trying to find some value. Like I'll go to some guy that's gonna get some uptick minutes. But hey, man, never a problem leaning on the stars. Because they are viable to smash these props, every night. It's not a given, but like I said, they have the best chance because they're going to get the most run and they're the most talented, obviously. So, like Reoz said in the beginning, man, we offer the Patreon content. We're going to lock in some stuff over there. So if you want to tail us on some lines, you want to get some extra knowledge, help your game out a little bit, it'd be awesome if you can go sign up. The first of the month is the best time to sign up, realistically. So, New Year's Day, it's gonna be awesome. We got some NFL coming on the second as well, so there's a lot of content about to be flooded in there. So thank you guys for watching. Let's, like I said, 50 likes on this video. Let's hit it and let's hit these picks tonight. So thank you guys. Peace.